I see the Borrin Foundation as a foundation that's really wanting to make change for us as a country, really positive, transformative change.
We believe that law is essential to a flourishing society, one that is just, inclusive, tolerant and free. We're about making a difference to New Zealand, to the people of New Zealand. Our vision is of an Aotearoa New Zealand where everyone understands the role and value of the law and everyone benefits from the protection and the opportunities that the law provides.
Our legal system, as a generalisation, has been very colonially inspired. The opportunities that I see and Māori academics across this country see is for our legal training to become much more inclusive of our first laws, our Māori legal system. So we applied as Māori law academics across the 6 law schools. This funding enabled us to be able to produce a report that details existing research and details a vision that we have for the transformation of the teaching of law in Aotearoa New Zealand. A legal system, a legal education that embraces Māori law, that embraces Māori ways of learning, Māori ways of understanding knowledge, and prepares all law graduates to be able to practice law in a contemporary Aotearoa New Zealand.
I applied for Borrin Foundation funding because I felt like I needed some fresh ideas. There's been quite a bit of research internationally in the last maybe 10 years, and there's a better understanding, I think, of unmet legal need and the barriers to justice. The funding really provided an opportunity to go out into the world and be a bit inspired.
The PLA was established in 2001. There are many conferences within the legal profession, but there hadn't been one yet done by us. We knew the time had come for us to put a stake in the ground and cement our place within the legal profession. We struggled with finding that support. The Borrin Foundation funding allowed us to have our first ever conference. Pretty proud of it. We strengthened relationships across the board, from high schools to the universities to the legal profession to those working in the public sector. That's what the conference did for us.
The Borrin Foundation support enabled me to attend a conference in Rome. It was a conference on mental health and the law. So the opportunity was there to increase my understanding, increase my knowledge, so that I could try to influence the direction that we're taking in this country towards stopping offending and reducing prison populations and all of that.
The Borrin Foundation saw the value in what it was that we wanted to do, and we were encouraged, we were supported each step of the way.
What I would like to see is a just and fair society where people genuinely do have equal protection and equal opportunity from the law.
If we can train our LLB students to know well our history of Aotearoa New Zealand and their role in creating a reconciled country, that is going to be enormous for us as a country.
My ideal is that we seriously reduce our offending rates, we reduce the violence, we reduce the imprisonment, and we build our communities up. It's a systemic change that we need. We need to get right down to the way that we deal with what's going on in our system.
My hopes for Aotearoa would be that at some stage all our kids have a level playing field.
If you've got an idea, then you've got an idea for a reason. So chances are it's worth pursuing. So don't be afraid to make contact, don't be afraid to ask for help, and go for it.
We are looking for talented individuals and organisations who have the potential to have a long-term impact and bring about transformative change. If you have an idea that you would like to discuss with us, please get in touch.